Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a growing concern or the debate surrounding a cause of war between the judiciary and the government. The government seems to be defending itself, and this time around, we want to discuss about a statement that came from the deputy spokesperson of the government, Chidzuga. You know her, a media personality.
Ndio maana tamthilia ile hatukuipinga, imefika kile kiwango. Lakini vile vile tuko na jukumu, huyu anayefanya uchochezi kutumia watoto, huyu ndio tuko naye na issue naye, na si mwingine ni aliandika tamthilia ile.
And then there is also a statement that came from the judiciary, matters what really transpired, the chaos surrounded the Butere girls play. So I want us to quickly close in on these two narratives that are coming from the judiciary and from the government. Mind you, the bottom line is this echoes of war play. So who is to blame? Chidzuga is trying to apportion the blames on Malala. There's a video here I'm going to share regarding that statement. But Mother KOOME is slamming the government over how it handled the girls. So without wasting much of your time, just like this video, subscribe to this channel, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So first and foremost, let's listen to what Chidzuga said concerning Malala's involvement in the play. This is what she said.
Sisi hatuna vita na watoto. Hatuna pingamizi na watoto na wanafunzi wote kote nchini. Maana wao wanaonyesha talanta yao. Ndio maana tamthilia ile hatukuipinga, imefika kile kiwango. Lakini vile vile tuko na jukumu, huyu anayefanya uchochezi kutumia watoto, huyu ndio tuko naye na issue naye, na si mwingine ni aliandika tamthilia ile. Maana kwa mfano, sawa, amesema alikuwa ameenda kufanya rehearsals. Kisheria una access shule kuanzia saa 2 mpaka saa ngapi? Mpaka saa 10 usiku, saa 10 jioni. Saa 3 usiku unafanya nini katika shule ambao ni watoto wa kike wamewekwa hapo bila fursa, bila clearance? Mazoezi yale utakufanya, ulikuwa na wiki nzima, ulikuwa na mchana mzima, mbona hukufika ukaja ukaangalia ukarekebisha pale unapotaka? Kwa hivyo alikuwa anatakaje tuhatarishe maisha? Maana sio watoto wa Butere peke yao walikuwa katika ile shule, kulikuwa na watoto wengine kutoka shule nyingine. Wazazi wao wangeona vipi wapate habari kulikuwa na mwanamume katika bweni la watoto wa kike usiku? Angelaumiwa ni nani? Tungelaumiwa sisi wa serikali ambao tuko na jukumu la kulinda haki na kuhifadhi heshima ya watoto haswa wa kike. Kwa hivyo tusichanganye mawili ya siasa kando. Na namsihi ndugu yangu Cleophas Malala, tafuta uwanja mwingine na watu kiwango chako kucheza nao siasa. Usituharibie watoto. Usituharibie watoto kusukuma ajenda yako. Kama ni Rais William RUTO na vita naye, unajua kumpata. Kama ni viongozi wengine wa kisiasa, kiwango chako, umri wako, level yako, patana na wao. Hatutakubali utuharibie watoto, na sio Butere peke yake, wa Kenya nzima. Hatuna shida tamthilia. Cleophas Malala, andika, na andika hata zaidi. Chapisha hata zaidi, lakini usipite mipaka ya kutafuta umaarufu kutumia watoto.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen, Chidzuga is trying to apportion blames on Cleophas Malala because she believes that Cleophas Malala ought not to have involved himself with the girls hostels at night, past 9 p.m. That is her argument, ladies and gentlemen, that was a mistake. And then she goes ahead to say that Malala's involvement in a school, and is not a teacher there, is another big mistake. So I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think that is something that holds water? The argument from Chidzuga. People have slammed her over that kind of argument, and many people looking at the reactions here, so many of them seem to be saying that Chidzuga is trying to be defensive of the government. And according to her, according to many people, this is not the way she ought to have explained her points, but that is what she said. So let me first of all quicken quickly take you to Martha Koome. This is something Martha Koome also reacted to, and this is all about what transpired, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Martha Koome is saying it is particularly disturbing that these events occurred against the backdrop of clear and binding court orders. What transpired today raises grave concerns about the extent to which those orders of the High Court were respected and complied with. So that is what Martha Koome is telling us. And then she concluded by saying, any deviation from this path erodes public confidence in our institution and poses a danger to our democracy. I therefore condemn today's event as they deviate from the path of the rule of law and constitutional duty to protect the rights of all, especially our children, in every sphere of public and private life. So this is a statement came from Martha Koome, and it was titled "The Statement of Respect for Court Orders and the Rule of Law." Very strong statement, ladies and gentlemen, there. But do you agree with Mwanaisha Chidzuga that Malala is solely to blame because alijiinvolve na wasichana usiku? Alikuwa anaonekana anaenda kufanya nini usiku kwa hostel za wasichana na yeye ni male. Is that the way? I mean, do you agree with Mwanaisha Chidzuga? Let's take an example of a boarding school. A boarding school whereby kuna girls and girls dormitories and boys dormitory. Like for example, there's one particular school X. I'm not going to mention the name of that school, but if you look at that school, the boys boarding has a patron, a male, a patron who does the normal activities of looking at the affairs of the boys there. Then in the female or the girls dormitory, there's a matron, a woman who does that also. Same to the way the patron does on the boys' dormitories. For the girls' dormitories, a matron. If I may try to understand Mwanaisha Chidzuga's argument, I think she's trying to say that because those are girls, the person who ought to have accessed them ilikuwa fa awe mwanamke na sio mwanamme. So that is now, I think, the argument that Mwanaisha Chidzuga, who is the deputy spokesperson of the government, is trying to tell us. Angefaa kuwa mwanamke, sio mwanamme, na ilikuwa ni wakati wa usiku, saa 3, saa 4, haifai kwenda hapo. But let's look at Malala's plan. Maybe Malala wanted to go and try to see if the students wameelewa vizuri their roles and how they are going to perform, because they were supposed to perform in the morning. I think 8 a.m. there, 9 a.m. They were scheduled to perform. So, but according to, again, sources back then, we were told that the girls had been contained in a certain room where they could not be accessed. So if you look at the agitation of Cleophas Malala really wanted to access them and see if at all walikuwa safe, because there was already information that walikuwa wamechukuliwa wakekwa mahali kwa separate room. But that is what he said, ladies and gentlemen. So is Mwanaisha Chidzuga simply trying to defend the government evil too, without taking into considerations what really happened? I've seen videos, especially from Aaron Cheriot, who also weighed in on the matter and said that the police ought to be blamed for the manner in which they handled wale watoto. Isiwe tu kila saa there's any congregation na ambao kidogo kuna kutofahamu tear gas. Isiwe kila saa ukisikia tu watu wanajaribu kuprotest kidogo peacefully, tear gas. So the argument from Aaron Cheriot ni kwamba police are to be blamed. I mean, I think at least there Aaron Cheriot had a point. Police are to be blamed because tear gas cannot be used everywhere. Kila saa ni tear gas too, and it's harmful to the health. So, looking at this argument from Mwanaisha Chidzuga, she's someone we all admire, by the way. I'm one of those people who admire Mwanaisha Chidzuga, especially venye alikuwa akipresent news kesa hii kwa serikali, lakini she's a professional in her, she's someone who's doing well, or rather did well kwa kazi yake. But is that what people think of saizi? Saizi people are looking at her tofauti. That's why if you go to reactions pertaining to this, statement that Mwanaisha released, utapata kwamba people hawana amani, hawana imani naye tena. Imani ni kama imeshuka, unaona. So but just allow me to take you through some reactions regarding Mwanaisha's statement. Of course, we heard what the Martha Koome said, and Martha Koome slammed the government, excessive forces and not obeying court orders is a culture ya hii serikali. That is what Mwanaisha, no, that's what Martha Koome is trying to tell us. Serikali tilii mkazo court orders, yeah? Na wanataka wafanye kazi zao venye wanataka wafanye tu. You know, someone reacted by saying that what is wrong with these journalists who media personalities who join the government? Because when they join the government, they seems to have suspended everything. Na wao wana reason kama the government. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to just go below in the comment section and tell us what to think about the reaction from Mwanaisha Chidzuga. That explosive statement from her. Do you agree with her? Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.